From an undisclosed location in North America, you're watching episode 20 of Card to Card. Now, this week's episode, I'm not going to lie, this is a weird one. This was a card that was in the MetaZoo Nightfall first edition called Veggieman. As you can see, the artwork there, very unusual looking creature. Looks a little bit like Groot, not gonna lie. Artwork there done by Michael Reckham. Very cool. You see this very unusual creature standing out there, kind of on a hill there. So, what in the world is Veggieman? I had never heard of this creature, but I had to do some research and found out some things. So Veggieman, very odd creature from West Virginia. This was in 1968 near Fairmont, West Virginia. And the eyewitness account was that the Veggieman was a very tall, some the account says that he was over 7 foot tall, like a semi-humanoid shape. It was also noted that he's also known as Vegetable Man, but we're going to just call him Veggieman, I guess. But this Vegetable Man, he seemed to be plant-based with large ears and eyes that oscillated from red to yellow. Really weird. Also had long, thin arms, and the end of the fingers had suction cups and had thorns at the end of his fingers. So pretty detailed description here. And in 1968, there's a guy named Jennings Frederick. He was out hunting out in the woods near Fairmont, West Virginia. And while he was out in the woods, he heard this really strange noise, and this is really weird. It was like high-pitched, super fast talking, is how it was described. And when following the source of the sound, he came face to face with this creature. Now, we do have a artist eyewitness rendition of what he saw. That's not just the card here. So, again, whenever we show stuff like this on the channel, some images might be disturbing. Just keep that in mind. There is Mr. Jennings' description of the creature. You can see very thin, looks kind of plant-based. There's those weird eyes, the long arms with the thorn-like fingers and stuff like that. Really creepy, very scary. So anyway, he followed this source of this sound, this really strange, high-pitched, super fast talking, and Jennings came face to face with the creature. And he said the creature seemed to be weakened and sickly, kind of like sick, like he was injured or something. And he was then, when he got up to the creature, was able to understand what the creature was saying. And this is what the creature said. This is a quote. "You need not fear me. I wish to communicate. I come as a friend. We know of you all. I come in peace. I wish medical assistance. I need your help." How crazy. And incredible amount of detail that we were able to get from this encounter here. Well, this is when things kind of turned a little scary here. The creature then grabbed Jennings and wrapped him up in his arms and pierced his skin with these thorn-like fingers and drained blood from him. And but it didn't kill him. The creature all of a sudden just let him go, and he went running off and up and over a hill. Maybe this is that hill there that we see in the picture. And then Jennings said he heard a deep humming noise, and he thought that was the creature's ship taking off. He didn't see a ship, but he just heard that noise. And this was the only ever sighting of the Veggieman. How scary and creepy is that? Very, very, very weird. this is the this is the kind of video, the time in the video where we kind of try to figure out what happened here. Man, I have no idea. Usually when you hear, like, see pictures of what people say are aliens, they don't look like this guy. This guy looks like Groot. And I wonder if Groot was inspired by this creature, actually. I don't have any pictures of Groot, unfortunately, but the Veggieman. How crazy. And would really be freaking me out if I heard that high-pitched, fast talking. And I don't think I would go toward the creature. I think I'd get the heck out of there. But this really wasn't the only sighting of the Vegetable Man. I understand we have video that was also from 1968 in West Virginia, and this was another sighting. It was actually a sighting in a grocery store. So let's go ahead and run that footage. Okay, so the Veggieman attacked 2 victims that day, apparently. This poor lady and Jennings here. So this is the part of the video where we take a look at the card a little closer and see if we see, like, cool little Easter eggs and stuff on the card. So it does say the date of birth was July 1968. You definitely see the Veggieman with those thorn-like fingers, and you can't really tell if his eyes turn red and yellow, but really creepy. Definitely looks plant-like and looks like he's about 7 foot tall. GPS, Fairmont, West Virginia, just like we read. His attack is called vegetative exsanguination. Weird. And the flavor text says, if you want to be strong, you better eat your veggies. Ha ha ha. Pretty funny. So a lot of really cool background went into this, making this card. They found a really interesting creature to do a card of, and I am a fan of the Veggieman. I think that's a really cool story. And interesting that it's just a one-time sighting, and we only had that one video of the grocery store sighting, which of course, that probably wasn't the actual Veggieman, but it makes for a fun video to throw in here. So, what do you guys think? Put down in the comments. Was this guy, what was his name? Jennings Frederick? Was Jennings Frederick just a crazy dude? Or did he actually encounter something weird when he was out there hunting? I mean, this was the late 60s, so there could have been maybe some, enhancements that he had partaken of before going hunting, I guess. But, very strange story. It's interesting that he didn't mention, if he was making things up, why wouldn't he make up the spaceship too? If or whatever ship he was in. He didn't see the ship, he just heard it. So interesting that he didn't have, if he was making things up, that he didn't add in that as well. So really weird. What do you guys think? What was the Veggieman? And definitely, if you're out in West Virginia hunting, out in the woods, and you hear this weird high-pitched voices, keep your eyes out.